Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.
Can't wait for this one, the main event of the evening. Third time lucky. It was supposed to happen in April, then June. Finally now it takes place. Both guys here, both guys clear, and a huge fight, especially for Lewis Ritson's career. Miguel Vasquez is a real tough test for him, and we can't wait to see it. A big difference, a big change, no crowd there. We're used to seeing this crazy atmosphere in Newcastle. I'm sure we'll be back there as soon as we can, but you know the key was get the fight on for both guys. Miguel, we'll start with you. I think, as we said there, this fight has been, we've spoken about for the last 8 months. We were supposed to be doing this fight. Obviously, COVID's delayed that. You must know everything about Lewis Ritson. You feel ready for this fight more than ever.
Obviamente hemos tenido el retraso de 8 meses por el tema del COVID. Supongo que ya sabes absolutamente todo de tu oponente, Lewis Ritson.
Sí, claro que sí, ya sabemos, hemos estado entrenando para esta pelea, para estar listos para pelear en esta función que para mí es una pelea muy importante y tendré enfrente a un peleador muy fuerte.
Yes, we've been training this for a long time. Obviously it got delayed, but we've been ready for this fight for a long time, and I'm up against a really tough fighter in Lewis Ritson.
Miguel, obviously you have aspirations to go on and win another world title. How do you feel? This is obviously a big step now ahead, a huge fight against Lewis Ritson, number 2 ranked with the WBA. You can jump in here, steal his position. You know, is this probably the biggest moment in your career at this point?
Obviamente entras la posibilidad de tener una pelea tan grande y sería un gran paso para ti, ¿no? Para volver a quizás tener un título mundial contra el número 2 del mundo en Lewis Ritson. Una gran oportunidad para ti, supongo.
Sí, claro que sí, es una oportunidad grande, bastante buena para mí. Sé que esta pelea pues no va a ser nada fácil. Sé que vamos a dar una muy buena pelea. Yo vengo confiado en mi preparación y vengo dispuesto a ganar.
Yes, it's a great opportunity for me. It's a really big fight for me, and it's not going to be an easy one at all, which is why I've been prepping as hard as I possibly can do for this.
And finally, what can the fans expect to see from Miguel Vasquez on Saturday night?
Y al final, ¿qué pueden esperar de ti los fans de Miguel el sábado por la noche?
Bueno, los fans pueden esperar a un Miguel Vazquez bien preparado, a un Miguel Vazquez que quiere volver a ser campeón del mundo. Esta es mi oportunidad para volver a estar en las grandes ligas y que el mundo sepa que Miguel Vazquez todavía está vigente.
When people come and see the fight, they can expect Miguel Vasquez that's prepared to go on to be world champion again. Miguel Vasquez that comes very prepared for this fight and ready to win.
Thank you, Miguel. Lewis, on to you. Obviously, we spoke there about this fight should have taken place in April, then June. You must know Miguel like the back of your hand now. Done a lot of studying on him, training for a long time, and ready more than ever, I'm sure.
Yeah, ready more than ever. I personally haven't watched much of Vasquez. I just leave that to my coach Neil. He comes up with the game plan, and then we'll bring our in game, and that'll be enough. And
obviously, as I say, you know, this is a stage of your career where you're number 2 at the WBA. A big win here could step on and world title in the near future. Obviously, it looks like Taylor's going to be locked up. With the Ramirez fight. So do you see maybe a fight with the likes of Prograis as the next step for you?
The next step's just trying to get past Vasquez. We're not looking at anyone else. He's our main focus on Saturday, and then if we can get past him, which we're confident we can, then we'll start mentioning them names.
You've been sparring with Josh Taylor in the build-up as well for this. Do you feel like you've learned a lot in that process as well?
I've been sparring with a lot of good fighters in the lockdown, which has been good for us, and we'll just keep improving all the time. I think the lockdown's benefited us quite a bit, being able to grow into the weight, and we're just expecting a good performance Saturday night.
And you probably have the best crowd, I think, in world boxing. You know, having travelled all around the world, seeing the arenas we go to, your crowd is like nothing I've ever seen. How do you think that's going to affect you, not having them behind you? Obviously, you'll be focus more than ever, I'm sure, on the fight itself with the noise not there. But how do you think you're going to find that?
No, like I say, it'll be weird with him not being there, but you know, I think it'll be a lot less pressure on me with him not there, and I think I'll put on an even better performance just behind closed doors with no pressure on my shoulders.
And Miguel's only been stopped twice in a 51-fight career. Do you feel making a statement, going out there, getting a stoppage win will be big for your career?
Yeah, very big, but we're not going to go out there looking for that. We're just going to see how the fight goes, and then once Neil tells me to step it up, that's what I'll do, and we'll see what happens on the fight night.
Right, we've got a few questions from fans. So, firstly, to Miguel, you boxed Canelo in your debut, and then 20 fights later. You know, how was that? I mean, there can't be many people who have done that. Do you learn a lot from those fights? And you know, it must have been a big experience looking back now.
Una pregunta que te han hecho es, primeramente, tu debut fue contra Canelo, después peleaste también a partir de 20 peleas. Supongo que habías aprendido mucho de las dos peleas y qué gran experiencia, supongo, ¿no?
Sí, fue una gran experiencia pelear contra Canelo y después pues Timothy Bradley y todas las peleas que tuve después de que recibí oportunidad de campeonato me han dado la gran experiencia para poder estar en donde estoy ahorita.
Yeah, I mean, all the fights that I've had have enabled me to get where I am now. It was a great experience fighting against Canelo, but all the people I've faced during my period as world champion as well were important for my career.
Thank you. And Peter Squires on our Matchroom Boxing Twitter asked a question for you, Lewis. How do you think the lockdown has benefited you, given time to work on things, or do you think in any way it's hindered you, or do you feel this has given you extra time to add to your skill set?
No, extra time. Neil's gym, where we're trained on his own land, so we haven't had to not go to the gym or couldn't go, so we've been in there the full lockdown. The 2 fights have been cancelled. We've still been in the gym training hard, so you're going to see a lot better and a lot more polished Lewis Ritson come Saturday night.
Thanks very much, Lewis. Thanks, Miguel. A huge night come Saturday night. As always, we have to say thank you to our broadcast partners, live and exclusive on Sky Sports, live and exclusive on DAZN in the United States, and also our sponsors, William Hill, Wow Hydrate, StubHub and JD Sports. We look forward to everyone tuning in, the weigh-in tomorrow as well on Matchroom Boxing YouTube, and looking forward to it. A great night of boxing and good to be back. Thanks very much. Quick head-to-heads and a couple of interviews. Thanks, guys.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.